Today we are talking about Kia's latest EV concepts. But before we get into that, SpaceX aims to send Starship to space for its second test flight on November 17th, now that the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has given it the clearance to do so. The company completed its next-generation spacecraft's first fully integrated launch in April, but it wasn't able to meet all its objectives, including having its upper stage fly across our planet before re-entering the atmosphere and splashing down in the ocean near Hawaii. SpaceX had to intentionally blow up the vehicle in the sky after an onboard fire had prevented its two stages from separating. According to federal agencies, debris from the rocket explosion was found across 385 acres of land on SpaceX's facility and at Boca Chica State Park. It caused wildfire to break out on 3.5 acres of state park land and had led to a plume cloud of pulverized concrete that deposited material up to 6.5 miles northwest of the pad site. The FAA grounded Starship until SpaceX took dozens of corrective actions, including a vehicle redesign to prevent leaks and fires. As Space notes, the agency finished its safety review in September, but it still had to work with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, USFWS, to finish an updated environmental review on the spacecraft. For now, the FAA has given SpaceX the license to fly Starship for one flight. The company will open the spacecraft's 2-hour launch window at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on November 17th. And if all goes well, Starship will fly across the planet and splash down off a Hawaiian coast as planned. Starship, of course, has to keep acing test flights before it can go into service. The fully reusable spacecraft represents SpaceX's future, since the company plans to use it for missions to geosynchronous orbit, the Moon, and Mars. Kia's concept EVs often get more than the usual amount of attention because it tends to incorporate a lot of the ideas in the final production models, with the EV9 electric SUV being a good example of that. With that in mind, the company just unveiled a concept EV3 and concept EV4, representing its opposites unite design philosophy with an emphasis on interior vibes, geometric shapes, and sustainable materials. The smallish crossover concept EV3 looks more production-ready, and Kia says it offers the technology, practicality, and design of our flagship SUV, the EV9. That may be true, but the EV3 carries a bold, futuristic design as well. Like the EV9 concept, it has distinct geometric patterns, including octagonal wheel wells that flare out considerably from the body and echoes those shapes in the side skirts and taillights. The windshield is pushed forward to open up interior space, while the glass roofline slopes front to back and appears to float thanks to the disconnected C-pillar. The unexpected treatment of volumes and graphics simultaneously interlock with each other, creating a logical yet emotional design. The company added in some top-tier concept car PR fluff. The interior is more fanciful, with a nearly button-free layout designed to emphasize the voluminous interior and create a transformative cabin ambiance, Kia said. It features a horizontal screen mounted on top that functions as both gauge cluster and infotainment system, along with an oval steering wheel and rear mirrors. The wide center console table converts to 4 modes, including focus, social, refreshing, and storage. Meanwhile, the fiber weave materials and bioplastics make the cabin inviting and modern. The concept EV4 is a clean sheet design with an emphasis on sportiness that also uses some strong geometric shapes. To that end, it has a low nose and long tail silhouette with a wide stance, along with a technical roof spoiler, 2 small extensions on either side of the roof. Again, we're seeing bulgy fenders, lots of bold lines and creases, a sloping glass roof, and geometric lighting front and back. The interior is broadly the same as the concept EV3, but an HVAC user interface incorporates a control panel that can be neatly stored in the center console when not in use, according to Kia. It incorporates hand-woven fabrics in the vehicle's storage area and dashboard to create a 3D effect and features natural dyes and recycled cotton in the interior. Kia didn't get into the power, battery, or other powertrain features of either car and painted both as test cases to see what people think. That's why we came to Los Angeles and America's savviest EV consumers to gauge reaction to two potential opportunities within the Kia lineup, said Kia America's COO Steven Center. It looks like Kia has nailed these designs once again, so don't be surprised to see them appear in some form as real production vehicles. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributors Mariella Moon and Steve Dent and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.